If you love America, I promise you this is going to be a video that you're going to love and adore and want to share with everybody. JD Vance's presidency is absolutely secure for 2028. I know what you're thinking. As of this recording, February 3rd, 2025, what in the world are you talking about, Nez? Allow me to elucidate. The DNC Leadership Forum got together recently to pick a new DNC chair. That's Democratic National Convention chair. Because, you know, they did so great in the last election cycle. Let's see. The Republicans won the popular vote. Trump won every single swing state, won decidedly counties, flipping more counties from blue to red. Kamala didn't win a single state that didn't have voter ID. All of the states, let me repeat this, all of the states she won in 2024 were all states that required zero, goose egg, voter ID. So you would think that, you know, they're under a little duress and they'd be pressed to really do a good job, do their diligence, and really find a good leader to lead them in the next midterm and 2028. Well, let's take a look at the candidates, shall we?
And we'll begin with the opening statements. Each candidate will have 30 seconds, and we'll start with Dr. Quintessa Hathaway.
Good evening, everyone. It is my desire to be the next DNC chair, and I just want to give you all a little bit of something that's been on my heart here over the last couple of days. You fight on, you fight on, you fight on, you fight on. When your government is doing you wrong, you fight on, oh, you fight on.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Hathaway.
That was Dr. Hathaway. That was her pitch to the Democratic Leadership Forum for nominating her to be the next DNC chair. She wasn't even in. Is this, am I crazy, or is this like some kind of an SNL? This seems like a parody, like a skit. Are they totally trying to appeal to our love of lampoons, our love of satire? I mean, I don't know how you could. How is this to be taken seriously? Call me crazy. But wait, it gets better.
Hello, Democrats. Hey, I am speaking, and I would love your attention. There is a black woman at this podium, and I deserve your attention like the 11 people who went before me. Yes, I am speaking.
Good evening, Democrats. Look up here. 3 strong black women standing before you. 3 black women who, rather than just grabbing a chair, ran for chair.
Te quiero mucho, Papa. Gracias por todo. My name is Artie Blanco, Freddie Blanco's daughter. Vote for me for vice chair.
Look at this room, y'all. Truly take it in. This is the Democratic Party. We are our strongest when we stand together.
We are in a time in this country when our democracy and our rights are under attack. We're at a time where black and brown people, women, and other minorities are being blamed for everything that's wrong with this country.
So let's fight together for a stronger and more inclusive Democratic Party.
Good afternoon, DNC!
Let me say something. Over the last several days, we've seen what happens when we have the wrong people in powerful places. And so today, I ask for your support in electing me as your DNC vice chair, because in a time of crisis, leadership matters.
My people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. We are sick and tired of being the last one hired and the first one fired. We are sick and tired of the...
And I've spent the last 15 years fighting for the American people, all 340 million of them.
Work to do to organize, show up, and win. And that is why I'm asking the people who have stood with me in this ride, because you know the work that I do to protect the vote.
Holy macadamia nut. How would you like it if all those people showed up to your small mom and pop business, or even any, you know, department or division that maybe you run? What if those were your applicants? Which one would you hire? I'm just really curious, if any at all. Mind you, these people are running for the highest position in the Democratic National Convention, the DNC, the highest position to run and organize their ability to win in 2028. I mean, like, this is a pretty important position, no? And if you wanted to see if the Democrats getting together actually maybe, you know, had a little moment of introspection, maybe a little moment of self-evaluation, self-analysis. What did we do wrong? Why did we lose so bad in 2024? How did that happen? What can we do differently? Check out this clip. I've got two more to show, and then I'm going to tell you, you're going to be lambasted at who actually became the DNC chair. Check out this clip of the acting DNC chair right now having to confer with their colleague and getting totally flustered because of gender qualifications and attributions. This is not a satire. This is real. Watch this.
We're finding out ways to expedite this. Because of our gender balance provisions on this next ballot, you will be able to vote for 2 candidates of any gender on the next ballot. Okay? So on this next ballot, you will be able to vote for 2 candidates of any gender on the next ballot. If 2 candidates receive, I'm going to turn to Helen to clarify this last part.
You are in this next ballot where you have 2 votes. As the chair has said, you may vote for 2 males, 2 females, 2 of any gender, okay? Nope, you can't do that because we've got to balance. You could vote for 1 of any gender, okay? Or no, non-binary gender, excuse me. It is late. Okay.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. It's definitely late for y'all. I mean, what in God's name is happening here? You know, I really wonder if people who voted for Bill Clinton, people who voted for Barack Obama twice, is this, I mean, you know, you see people like Bill Maher all the time saying, I don't even recognize this party anymore. I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you. Is this the Democratic Party of 10 years ago, 15, maybe even 5, 6 years ago? Is this the same democratic values and principles that you guys championed in your heyday? Like, I'm so utterly confused. You can't vote for this gender, that gender, male, female, or any gender, non-binary. You've learned nothing. You've absolutely learned nothing about what's happened to you. And you're 100% going to guarantee J.D. Vance's presidency. And I'll tell you what, I love J.D. Vance. And the mission of our channel is to make common sense go viral again. By the way, you can get this Made in the USA original, Made in the USA, Nez Nation Patriot merch, link in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally happy with that. But who are you? What are you? I would love to get a comment from you down below. Let me know. Is this the Democratic Party that you remember? Because it sure isn't the one that I remember. And I think a lot of people agree with me. But again, I would love to get your comments. Okay, speaking of learning nothing from their gigantic L that they had to swallow back in November, check out this when the moderator, we all know who it is. Man, is he a hack reporter? I'm not going to mention. Asks them a question to the entire panel asking, do you think that the reason you lost had something to do with race, by show of hands, by race or misogyny? I'm sure this isn't going to surprise anyone. It sure didn't surprise me. Watch this.
In this round, so I'm going to, I have a show of hands. How many of you believe that racism and misogyny played a role in Vice President Harris's defeat? Okay. So that's good. You all passed.
Goodness gracious, that laugh. Oh my God. Learn nothing. Point the finger. I've asked this question before. If you've ever met anybody who every single time they face a hardship, a challenge, like a loss of this magnitude, you know, if you ever been around somebody like that who points the finger at everybody and everything else rather than themselves, how does that make you feel to be around somebody like that? Let me know in the comments, because if you're like me, you feel really, really disgusted and repulsed, and you feel that they're never going to win. They're going to be losers for the rest of their lives. And then after all of that, right? Racism, misogyny, diversity, equity, inclusion, multigenderism, multiculturalism, all that BS. Who wins? Who becomes the new DNC chair? 2 white males, one white male for vice chair, and then this guy right here. Yep, there he is, David Hogg, the emasculated seal, who now is the DNC vice chair, who gets who gets an endorsement from none other than Eric Onlyfangs Solwell, one of the least, most unviral males on the planet, a complete pipsqueak and a complete weasel. David Hogg, the guy's, I don't even know if he's even old enough to shave yet. He becomes the new DNC chair. And if you want to know a little bit about this guy right here, and why, again, this is going to secure J.D. Vance's presidency in 2028, check out these posts that David Hogg has made, which gives a little window peek into who he is and what he's all about. This is a post that he made back in 2023, where he said, "You have no right to a gun. You are not a militia." When you're talking about your Second Amendment rights, you're talking about a state's right to have what is today the National Guard. The modern interpretation of the Second Amendment is a ridiculous fraud pushed for decades by the gun lobby. So a vote for the Democrats in 2028 is a vote to take away, my fellow Americans, your rights to own a firearm. Try that in my house, David. I don't think so. Here's just another list of oldies but goodies. He wants to abolish ICE, defund the police, not the USPS. The NRA needs to be designated a terrorist organization. Unlike COVID, he says, there's no vaccine for climate change. Once we start feeling the impacts, we can just implement and survive. There's only one solution: prevention. And then lastly, if this election is a matchup between Taylor Swift and Ted Nugent, I think it's safe to say I've seen enough. Biden wins the 2024 election. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to get your comments down below. There you have it. There's your new Democratic National Convention. There are your new faces for the Democratic Party. And I, for one, hey, you guys like losing? You want to keep collecting L's, bags and bags of L's? That's fine with me, because the American people made their voice resoundingly clear on November 5th. We're sick and tired of your crap. We just want to live in the America that we grew up in, an America that makes actual sense. Look, I have no problem with you being whatever you want to identify. You want to identify as a doorknob. You want to identify as a, velociraptor. I don't care. You want to dress up in women's clothing. I don't care. You want to, have a party, get together and celebrate your diversity. It's all good. This is America. It's a free country. But what you can't do is shove it down my throat, every other American's throat, especially our children's throats, who are just trying to learn the basic fundamentals and not get all this transgender lunacy, all this critical race theory, make them think about racism before they even know what the hell's going on. You're not going to do that. Okay. Again, you cannot ask the world to acquiesce to you. You need to adapt to the world. It's called being an adult. It's called earning your citizenship. It's called contributing to society and understanding the rules, understanding that there are spoken, implicit, direct and indirect laws that need to be followed and governed. So that's it. That's the kits and caboodle right there. If you don't like it, well, then just grab another huge loss coming up very soon. I have no problem with J.D. Vance. What do you guys think? How about a J.D. Vance Tulsi Gabbard ticket in 2028? How about a maybe a J.D. Vance Elon Musk ticket, dare I say? I mean, I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. I don't think he would ever do it. But what would be a perfect ticket? I definitely think J.D. Vance is going to be the president. Who would be a great vice president for him? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of all this insanity coming from the radical extreme left. I would really love to hear from you. Again, if you want to get made in the USA original Nez Nation Patriot merch, links in the pinned comment and in the description. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here in case you missed it. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA. I'll see you soon.